Hey guys, Luke here, the Offensive Yak, and thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be starting a new game. This game is Surviving Mars. It is one of my favorite games from a studio called Paradox Interactive. Awesome publisher and studio. They make some other really good ones like Prison Architect and City Skylines. But today we're going to be doing Surviving Mars. It's a builder game, a city builder, but, well, on Mars, as you might expect. And things go just as chaotically as you might think. The reason we're starting this today is it is the 28th of April. Well, technically it's the 29th now. It's like 1 a.m. But on the 28th, within the last 24 hours, it just had an expansion, which is adding trains to the game. So we're going to try that out. I also haven't played the Below and Beyond portion of the expansion before this either, which lets you go into the underground and up to asteroids. So that's really cool, and we're going to check them out. Just to let you guys know, I am running a couple of mods. So Paradox has their own mod launcher. It's got literally like 1,100 mods, everything from autonomous extractors to where you don't even have to have people on the surface, to really weird stuff. Yeah, you can have the Turkish people sponsor you. I don't even know what Mediocrity 2 does. Let's see. Adds new mission sponsor. All colonists have the idiot trait. There is no sponsor research, and no technologies are unlocked to start. So you start off as an idiot. That's great. So I've got 15 mods installed. We're going to go through them. Well, technically 14 and a library. We're going to go through them. Most of mine don't actually change much. They just show you some more information. So let's go through them. So RC Dozer Auto Clear Rubble. This one's pretty simple. In the underground, you get cave-ins that cause rubble. And this allows you to just tell your dozer to go automatically clear it instead of having to click each and every rubble pile and clear it manually. It's just a quality of life thing for myself. Micro G Extractor. On the asteroids, you can mine stuff with a Micro G Extractor. They have a few different things you can mine, but the one that you really want is either the rare metals sometimes, or more so the special crystals. I think they're rare crystals or something like that. They're only found on the asteroids. Well, if you go to a spot like this where you've got a metal deposit and a rare mineral or crystal deposit, exotic minerals, that's what they're called. So if you have overlapping deposits, normally the extractor would just try to extract them both at the same time, having the production of both. Not exactly what you want, because I don't care about getting metals off these meteors, probably. There are some times where you want it, but usually not. So all this does is lets you pick which resource it's going to mine. Distributed drone assembly. This is for a later game, but if I've got multiple drone factories, the way that they work in this game is you have to tell it to construct a drone. And normally you'd have to go to, like, if I had 5 different factories, I'd have to go to each factory and say, construct 20 drones if I wanted 100 drones. With this mod, I go to one factory, I tell it to construct 100 drones, and then each factory is going to make 20. It just distributes it out. It means less clicking for me. Dome network. So in the normal game, in the normal game, you've got domes, and you've got these passageways that people can use. In the normal game, they can go one dome away from their residence. So if they're staying here in this residence, they could work in this dome. They could also go like over to this dome to get food, but they could not use this dome for food or work or whatever. All this mod does is lets them go further. Warp speed. This one's very simple. In the game, you've got fast forward just like most city builders do. This just ups the rate at which it fast forwards. Normally it's 3 and 5 times faster speed. This ups it to 5 and 10. Research auto repeat. In the very late game, you have unlocked all the techs, and you want it to just repeatedly do research that gets you money, and this lets it do it automatically so that you don't have to worry about it. Waste rock dump site. This is just a bigger waste rock dump site. So in the game, a lot of your machines like concrete extractors and water extractors and metal extractors, they all make waste rocks. They got to be stored somewhere. And so there are waste rock dump sites in the game, but they fill up very fast when you get into the mid to late game. All this is a bigger one so that the ground doesn't get all cluttered. This library is just a library for all of the mods made by this author, which is most of the mods that I'm using. Doesn't actually do anything on its own. Renegade progress doesn't change anything. It just shows me percentage-wise where we are to our next renegade. Upgrade capacity. This is one of the big ones that actually does change things. It makes it so that a lot of the buildings inside the domes are upgradable to have more capacity. The upgrades are expensive and they take a lot of power, so they are late game, but they're nice to have when you get to that late game. Dome birth progress, this is just like the Renegade progress. It just shows you stats as to where you are with birth rates and stuff. It doesn't actually change anything. Omega unlocks all slowly. So this one's pretty big. So in the game, you've got a number of technology trees that are already there, and you will always get all of the technology in those. It's just a matter of how far down the tech tree you have to research to get to each technology. Then you have a breakthrough tech tree, and that one you only get so many, and you don't get all of the breakthroughs. Some of the breakthroughs are really, really, really good. Some of them really don't do anything for you, depending on what stage you are and how you're playing that particular playthrough. So in the game already, there is a building called the Omega Telescope, and normally it unlocks, I believe it's 3 or 5 new breakthroughs. And now this is a very late game, very expensive building. So what this mod does is it still gives you those 3 new breakthroughs, but then every day that you keep that building up and running, it unlocks another new breakthrough. So at the very end of the game, we can go ahead and we can get all the breakthroughs and have some fun with those. It won't really change anything until we're already to that very late self-sufficient stage anyways. Okay, so next up we've got add progress to training section. All this does, just like the birth progress and the renegade progress, it just shows me stats on the progress of training the colonists. You can send them to college and let them get trained. Unlimited wonders. So in the game, you've got a bunch of very high level techs that are called wonders. One for each of the tech trees, basically. And normally you can only build one of them. Well, if you want to get into the very, very end game, late game stuff, sometimes you want more than one. So I'm allowing myself more than one. And then we also have standing unlocks sponsor buildings. So when you start up a campaign, you pick a sponsor. That's who's like sponsoring your mission to Mars. The company back on Earth or government back on Earth. And each sponsor throughout the playthrough will give you a different like proprietary tech that they get. And normally if you're not playing as that sponsor, then you don't get access to that tech. So all this does is if you have good standing with the sponsor later on in the game, you get access to their buildings and tech. So it doesn't add anything new. None of these add anything new to the game. They just kind of change what I get access to in the game. So yeah, this particular game is going to be just a standard playthrough. It's not going to be hard mode or anything like that. If this playthrough goes well and is well received, then we may just do a maximum difficulty run, which could be very fun. I'll have to do a little bit of research and see if the maximum difficulty with this new update has changed. If it has, we'll maybe do that, and if not, we'll play the current maximum difficulty. Alright, so mission sponsor. You know, I think we're gonna go... I think we're gonna go with Space Y. Space Y obviously is a reference to SpaceX. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with Space Y, just because, well, it sounds fun, and personally I think SpaceX will be the first company to make it to Mars, at least for manned missions, with their spaceship. Excuse me, Starship. They're currently developing. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get political with it or anything. Musk has his own things, but as far as SpaceX itself, I've always been a fan of space travel, and their ship is awesome. So, as you can see, by choosing this sponsor, I get a decent amount of funding. I get a boatload of rockets to start with. I get a good number of applicants. Decent research. Okay rare metals price. But I do get the Dragon rocket. It's smaller cargo capacity at 40,000. I think normally it's 60,000. But it's faster and requires less fuel. Awesome. And then solar array. I get a large cluster of solar panels that have lower maintenance cost, but are vulnerable to dust storms. Drone hubs start with additional drones, 50% cheaper advanced resources. Yeah, overall, pretty good. I do find it interesting that I get a better rocket and a solar array being Space Y, since SpaceX makes rockets and Musk also owns Solar City. So, start with an extra rocket. I also get the CO2 jet propulsion, which means I get shuttle hubs, which are awesome. So we're going to do a random mystery for the thing. We're going to go with, we're going to go with rocket scientist. It's going to be a good one. And then we're not going to add any extra game rules in here. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. All right. Here's what our rockets look like. Ooh, those are fancy looking. So let's see. What's it got me getting? A drone hub, a Stirling generator. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Although, I think I'd rather forego the Stirling generator and get a fuel refinery. It's got me a transport, 4 drones. Yeah, let's forego the orbital probes and see if I can get... I want to get a fuel refinery. I need 5,000, so I need to get rid of 1,000 pounds. Let's see. We can usually find some polymers on the surface, so I'm going to do that. Oh, not another. Oh, why is it giving me 2 drone hubs? Yeah, I don't need 2 drone hubs. I want a fuel refinery and a moisture vaporator. Absolutely. Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and bring... Oh, no, I won't bring. Don't have enough room. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good for our first set. We're gonna launch 2 rockets right away, I think, because I'm also gonna want an explorer and a commander. But we'll start with that. Next up, I think we're gonna go with a random spot. Let's see. Ooh, that's a rough spot. Very low on water, low on concrete, low on metals. Yeah, we're gonna try a different one. Okay. Yeah, I can make that work. It looks like we're gonna have a bunch of dust devils, some meteors, low dust storms, low cold waves. Cool. Tons of water. Awesome. It is low on concrete, moderate on metals. We can make do with that. We're gonna do that. And I'll be back once the game loads up. And we're back. Welcome to Mars. Mission Control Log number 1. Welcome to Mars. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Mission sponsor Space-Y, Commander Profile, Rocket Scientist. All right. We're going to go ahead and pause the game. Here we are. This is our planet. All right, so this is our playing surface. Actually, we got a pretty good one. Looks like there's only 3 different levels of area, which is awesome. Some of the more difficult ones have many more levels. So it looks like they've selected for us to start up here. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead and it looks like we got some metals, more metals. Do we have any polymers in the area? It doesn't look like it, at least not that we know of yet. So what I am going to do is I'm going to set about exploring some of this area. There we go. Okay. And we'll go ahead and land our rocket there. It looks like we've got concrete, we've got some metals. That's enough to get us started. I think over here. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and let that go. And then I need to select some research. Let's see. For recon expansion, low G shaft tunneling. Yeah, not needed yet. That's how you get to the underground. Let's see. Social, more applicants. Yes, I definitely need that. We're going to do that. Subsurface heater shouldn't be too much of a problem. Robotics, yeah, that's a good one. Rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That's big for us. That one's not too big yet. And the terraforming one, not huge yet. All right, we'll start there. I'm also going to go ahead and send off another cargo rocket here. Let's see, I definitely want a commander and an explorer, or 2. And, want some more drones. And, looks like I've got... Yeah, I am going to go ahead and get a Stirling generator in this one. Launch. I'm also going to get another one. This one. And we're going to get a whole bunch of orbital probes. Although, no, we're going to wait until we get the tech that makes them cheaper or that we can deep scan. I'm actually going to hold off on that rocket. Okay. So this rocket is incoming. All right. Okay, we're going to... Well, first things first, let's put down... Storage, Universal Depot. All right. Universal Depot can go right there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm also going to want drone hub right next to the Universal Depot. Let's see what else we got. So station, this is for the trains. We don't have any currently. We could build one. We don't have any prefabs of it. Looks like I can build the dozer. Okay. Looks like I could do a shuttle hub. Don't need it yet. Okay. Power. We're definitely going to need some power here. So normally you just have solar panels and large solar panels, which take metals. I get the solar array. Generates power during the daytime, does not produce power during dust storms, requires less maintenance than regular solar panels, but can't be closed. So dust storms aren't too bad in this particular spot. So I think I'm going to go with the solar array, although it does take 40 metals. So what I'm going to have to do to start off with is go with just some, well, you know what? Actually, we should have enough metals here. Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up. Okay. Here, gather all and unload here. All right. Cool. So he'll go ahead and gather up all the metals around here. And in the meantime, I'm going to build up. Ooh, yeah, that solar array. It is huge. Okay. My guess is it produces a lot of power. 40. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Its maintenance is decent. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm liking the solar array. That would give me a lot of power to start with here. We'll do that. We're also going to put power accumulator, because you always want to have power for your drone hubs, especially at night. And let's see, we're going to need to get concrete extractor going over here. Looks like this concrete deposit, it's got 300 concrete. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not horrible. We'll get up to there. Looks like our next rocket is just about here. All right. And it's here. Cool. We'll drop it down right there. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and put up a metals depot or 2. And we're going to put up a concrete depot or 2, since those are going to be the 2 that we're actually going to be producing a bit. Here come our solar panels. Woo! All right. And then as soon as we build these batteries, which it looks like they need concrete. Okay, well, concrete extractor should start working. There we go. Okay. Dark side of the sun. While sifting through the red dust, your drones discover the remains of an old concrete bunker. The treasure inside is a folder of old documents. The ink has almost completely vanished, but with extra effort and creativity, you manage to press through. In the distant 1973, an isolated country made a secret landing on Mars in preparation for further colonization of the entire solar system. Interesting. Just 4 years after we landed on the moon? Interesting. Well, 4 years after we publicly landed on the moon, at least. Under the watchful supervision of the great leader himself, their genius scientists have discovered many marvels of the universe. They helped the glorious leader hold the atom in his hands and watched in awe as he discovered with the as he conversed with the universe itself about its nature, purpose, and origin. Sounds like a cult. Thank you, glorious leader, which will reveal technologies in the biotech tree and 50 sponsor research. Thank you, glorious leader. reveals technology in the the physics tree. Gain 50 sponsor research. Or thank you, glorious leader, and just get research. I think I want to unlock in the physics tech. Wrong one. What did I get? Hey, perfect. Probes. Yes, absolutely. Adapted probes is huge. Okay, definitely want that. Sensor towers would be great. I don't care about the amplify yet. We'll get to that in the future. These things are waiting on concrete, which should be coming. Yeah. Okay. Also, I need to put a large dumping site. Is this the right one? Nope. Here's the right one. All right. Now, this one can hold 99,000. Which is awesome. Okay, we're gonna get this guy to go scan that anomaly. And, yep. Alright, building's not working. Oh, no, they're working now. Okay, so let's take a look at our power grid. We are making way more power than we need. Perfect! We'll fill up these batteries and have power for the evenings. Looks like we are making progress on our tech, slowly but surely. Looks like... Alright, let's take a look. Looks like all the metals have come up out of that area. Okay. Yep, drone commander, you can come over here, explore. Cool, new techs. Drone swarm. Hubs are constructed with an additional 2 drones. That's pretty good. Maximum number of drones increased. I also got the fungal farm. Not useful yet, but can be useful in the future. I definitely want to get this probe done, though, so that I can order up some. I'll order up a rocket. And then, let's see, the other thing we need to put out is going to be a moisture evaporator, and I want this to be over here, and I want to also have a fuel refinery right next to it, and we'll need some pipes to go between them. And we're gonna need some cables. Cool. Gonna get some fuel going there. We're also gonna build up a landing pad. Right. Yeah, right here works. And then we're gonna put a fuel depot right next to it. Let's actually do 2 of them.
Sector scan.
But we're gonna put it over here. And then at this universal depot, we are not going to be allowing the storing of fuel. We will go ahead and keep, I want a desired amount of 10 of everything. So this is something that I always do on my universal depots. I put a universal depot next to each and every drone hub, and then I make sure that there's a desired amount of 10, at least to start with. It'll be 10 of metals, concrete, not food. We don't actually need to keep food on it, and but I do want to keep rare metals, polymers, machine parts, electronics. Seeds don't need to be kept, and exotic minerals don't need to be kept on them. So what this will do is, especially once we get our shuttles up and running, which, yeah, 12 fuel per soul. Sounds pretty good. So once we start to get our shuttles going, they'll be able to transfer stuff between them, and that's the way the drones will always have what they need to fix whatever needs to be fixed. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and speed it up here. All right. India, they found water on Mars. Okay, not a problem. I was the first to scan an anomaly. So these are our milestones. I'm competing against the AI. There's 3 different AI colonies on this planet currently. And the first person to do each of these gets some science. So if I'm the first to launch a rocket from Mars, I get some science. First human on Mars, I get some science. You know, first to construct a drone or a dome. So some of the big ones is like 40% workers in workshops. That's the real big one. And then like your terraforming stuff, you get some stuff like that. We can also go to planetary view here. So here's who we're competing against. We got the colony of Russia. Of course we do. Looks like my standing with them is neutral. Yeah, that sounds about right. Not too happy with them. And colony of Brazil. Brazil has a boatload of money. And they already have housing space for 12 people. Interesting. Especially considering it doesn't look like they have a dome. So I don't know how that works. Oh, they all do. Oh, must just be their rocket size. Yeah, that's all that is. They have housing in the rockets for 12 people. Yeah, okay. Or it could just be that it's 12 buildings. Yeah, that could be. It's just 12 buildings. And it looks like Colony of India is our other one. Okay. Yep, doesn't look like we have any others currently. All right. And low on water. Yeah, you don't say. Haven't exactly found water yet. So we can go ahead and go to our mission profile. So it looks like our current difficulty is 415%. So there's a bunch of things that factor into that. The location on the planet that we are, meaning the map seed, basically. The profile that we have, the various mysteries that can occur, stuff like that. So it looks like we got 415%. I know that in a previous version, the max difficulty was somewhere around 1100%. So this shouldn't be too difficult, but it's not super easy either. And then it looks like, so our big goals that we have here are generate 100 power. Shouldn't be too difficult. And you get an atomic accumulator prefab. Okay. Refuel a rocket the same sol it lands. Okay, that's not very difficult at all. And you get some drones for that. Research 8 engineering technologies. And you get 20 workaholic engineer applicants. Okay, that would actually be really good. So I should focus on some of the engineering tech for sure. Because if I can get that done before I bring people to Mars, I can bring these workaholic engineers. That'd be really good. And analyze planetary anomalies. 7 of them. You get $2 billion. Okay, not bad. And have 3 robotics workshops. That's very end game. And you get 10,000 science. Okay, not bad. We don't even have access to planetary anomalies yet. But we will. And, all right. Oh, our first dust devil. All right, let's see. How are we? We're at 13 out of 35 fuel. So, no, normally these take 50 fuel. So, not bad. Pretty good savings on the fuel there. And it looks like we have a good amount of metals. All right. Ooh, newer abnormality found. Oh, I don't think I can reach that one yet. Nope. Nope, that's okay. So one thing I am gonna do, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I am going to, over in this unexplored sector, we're gonna go ahead and plan out a ramp. Looks like that. Let's see. Yeah, looks like that's about the shortest I can do. I'm also gonna plan out a ramp to go
sector scanned
from up here to down here. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I want to go... Actually, that should pretty much do it. I do want to put one over here as well. Okay. Now, of course, none of those are going to even start working yet. All right, let's go scan this anomaly. Looks like we have a rare metals deposit, very high grade. Okay, this could be a spot for a drone, or for a dome. Oh, another one. If I put a dome in the middle, I might be able to reach both of them. Looks like we've got a boatload of concrete over here. Okay, good, good, good. I was worried that concrete was going to be problematic. All right. So also, I want to get my transport, because it looks like we've got some metals over here. Grab them all and go deposit them. Cool.
research complete.
Yay, adapted probes. Okay, we're going to send off another cargo rocket here with some probes. Yeah, 40 of them? Now, it did say, hold on. Let's make sure before I send them off. Adaptive probes, they can deep scan. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, because I cannot deep scan yet myself. So we're just gonna send, let's do 25 of them. That should be enough to get at least the area that I've got now. I also want to get another commander and a few more drones. Actually, because we haven't found any polymers yet on the surface. One drone. Launch. Okay, so those guys are refueling. Oh, that was close. Okay, so those guys are doing that. Oh, anomaly analyzed. Alright, mission control log number 8. We've got bad news. The RC Explorer investigating the anomaly accidentally released a pocket of high-pressure gas. The carbon dioxide erupted, damaging the rover and lifting tons of fine dust into the atmosphere, forming a dust devil. The red planet reminded us how dangerous an alien world could be. Okay. So, expect fierce dust devils to form at the anomaly location. Of course they would. Unfortunately, that, I believe that would be our Explorer. Said it was damaged, but seems to be working just fine for me. Alright, looks like it's getting dark out pretty soon. Yep, no power production from these guys. Looks like they are fixed in place. That's okay. Okay, looks like our guy's here. We can land him on the landing pad. And this guy is fueled and ready to go. Send him on back. Yay, I got some tech for that. That's not what I want to do. Also, let's see. We got wind turbine upgrades. Not too important for me. So we definitely wanted to... If I go ahead and look at our mission profile again, I want to research some engineering tech. Looks like I've got one engineering tech going. Okay. Yeah, we'll start on that here. In fact, yeah, we can go ahead and start on that very quick. Cool. All right, so now we've got probes. So now we can go here, we can instantly scan that. And not only do we instantly scan it, but we deep scan it. So I also want to scan that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one, that one. Now we won't really be able to get into the center of that, so I'm going to hold off on scanning that one and one more. Perfect. All right, now we'll get it scanning these, and then we're going to get it started over here. Cool. Okay, so let's survey what we got a little bit here. We've got some underground metals. Looks like a deep metal here. Shallow metal there. We've got our couple of rare metals here. I do have plenty of sciencey things to go look up, including what seems to be at least one or two breakthrough techs. Looks like we do have a vista over here, which means increased birth rate for population. I'd love to find a double vista. Don't know if it's going to happen, but maybe. Okay. Research complete, live from Mars. Now we're on to the engineering tech. Perfect. All right. And let's get these rovers. I want to start over here. We'll discover new techs. Actually, I want it to scan that one. That'll discover me new breakthrough techs. So it looks like the magnifying glasses are breakthrough techs, and it looks like we only got one. That's quite all right. And then we've got, those are research progress. Yeah, okay. So then let's just get this guy to scan that one. I'm going to take, oh man, these meteors, let me tell you. Now, was there anywhere that had polymers? Okay, we got 5 polymers up here. Wow, 100,000 water in that. Ooh, yeah, okay, we found the water. Looks like we do have some polymers over here, so that's probably where I'm going to send my transport to start with, and then some over here. Another 100,000 water there, and there, and there. My goodness. Yeah, we got all the water in the world here. Okay, so in this section, so we want RC transport to come over here, grab all. Unfortunately, when you're doing this, you can't zoom out, and deposit it back here. Abnormality analyzed. Mission log. Number 21. Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find ice, XV, outside of a lab, was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it, on Mars. Ice XV is a super dense phase of water. Yeah, super dense phase of water ice. I don't know why they call it water ice. It's just water or ice. They are the same thing. Super dense phase of water ice, which is formed in extremely cold and extremely high pressure environments. It turns out that the unique geological history of Mars allows a unique quantity of a small quantity of ice XV to form under the crust. Even though we didn't confirm any substantial deposits of water, this discovery would cause uproar in the scientific communities and draw significant attention to our efforts on the Red Planet. Our sponsors immediately provide us with the tools to discover more about the effects of Martian geology on the formation of underground ice. We got funding. Woo! All right. Exciting. And it looks like this guy's ready to take off. Perfect. Yeah, drone loan's heavy. Yeah, what do you expect? Okay. Now, I am going to take one of my commanders here and go park it over here. And my other commander is going to go park over here so that I can get started on a bit of terraforming progress. And it looks like he is gathering up the polymers. Good. Perfect. Because while we're doing okay on polymers, we're not doing great. Yeah, I know drone loads. Okay. Looks like Russia is about to complete another milestone. I don't know which one, but that's okay. You know, milestones aren't really all that important. It's not a huge deal. So, looks like we are doing great on metals and concrete. Awesome. Okay. And it looks like these guys are all done. You can come scan this one. You can come scan that one. Ah, you're going to drive right through it, aren't you? No? Oh, good. Whew. Okay. So sometimes these rovers can be a little stupid and drive right through the middle of these geysers and get damaged. Looks like we've got some planetary anomalies. Let's see. This one is 8 drones. Gets you some resources. Not really that interesting. 3 drones gets you 12, or gets you new technologies. That one's interesting. So we're going to send the Dragon 3 to do that once it is refueled. And we're going to go ahead and set it to high priority.
No active research.
Okay, looks like our research completed. And cargo space increase. That's great. That is awesome. And, oh, we have a breakthrough tech. Yes. Stirling generator upgrade. Increase power production while opened with the plutonium core. That is interesting. I don't usually open my Stirling generators. Maybe. Well, we'll see about that one. We've got it at least. So... Alright, let's see what else is gonna happen. Looks like we just gained a bunch of stuff. New abnormalities found. All the way over there, of course they are. Okay. And, ooh, decommission protocol. That one's pretty good. It actually lets you destroy things and move them out of the way. Yes, okay. I would love to get all 8 researches done in... engineering before we bring people in. So we'll have to see though. Some new anomalies, new techs available for research. Whoa, we got a whole boatload of techs there. Okay, we're gonna check those out in a second. First, I want to see more new anomalies. Doesn't look like any breakthroughs. Okay. So, here we go. Let's see. It looks like we unlocked Micro-G landers. Yes, which allows us to land on asteroids. Now, I don't have to buy it. The G Factory, not really useful yet. Looks like we got soil adaptation, which gives us farms. That's awesome. Polymer Factory, and it lets us build the fuel refinery. That's pretty good. In fact, we're going to go ahead and queue that up. RC transports harvest resources faster. Yeah, that's decent. Although they are actually pretty fast as is. Trains travel faster. Hey, all right. That's one of our new techs. Looks like we've also got performance boost. Research provided. Yes, by 100. Yes, that one is definitely going in there. In fact, that should be the first one because it'll boost how much research we do per soul. And looks like we've got new... Okay. Yeah. Grants funding. 2 billion. I mean, it's not bad. And we can capture meteors. Okay. Looks like we still got one planetary anomaly for resources. Yeah, I mean, maybe. First things first, though, we need to bring our rocket home. Oh, abnormality analyzed. Our initial spectrographic analysis confirmed it. Chromium! To find such a rich deposit of such a rare metal, important was an understatement. The geological team couldn't wait to get their hands on the samples, but this was going to prevent the engineering team from smelting the materials for their ceaseless operations. The experts at Mission Control argued for hours, but the course of action was clear. Study the chromium deposit, reduces the cost of engineering techs by 10%, or exploit the deposit. Rare metals deposit. I can't even mine a deep rare metals deposit yet. And because we are so early in the playthrough, being able to decrease the cost of techs by 10% is huge. We're going with that. Absolutely, we're going with that. Okay. Let's go back to our planetary view. We are going to go ahead and send off the Dragon 3 once it is done refueling. Looks like we found more water, because that was a problem. And we got new techs. Magnetic filtering and water reclamation. Not bad. Not bad. Not really useful yet. They'll be useful once we have humans. So, all right. Let's go ahead and go here and here. Let's see. Russia constructed a dome. Yeah, that's okay. We're not in a space race with Russia. Not at all. Not at all. This is not a race, guys. Not a race. I mean, what? Okay, so I want this guy to go up here, gather all, bring it back here. Alright, gained 23 metals from a planetary anomaly. And, yay! The Earth-Mars Initiative is done. Now we're working on decommission protocol. So that Earth-Mars Initiative means I get another 100 research from my sponsor every sol, which sol is basically a day, but it's on Mars. And so, yeah. Alright, now we're working on decommission protocol. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy going here. This guy going here. This dragon is ready to land. Okay, so for that mission I got... That's not too bad. And it looks like we unlocked some new techs. Oh, the underground dome and the underground microdome. Cool, so we could set up an underground colony. That might be interesting to do. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like that's about all I got. Another one that does some funding. That's not really too useful yet. Alright, so they're scanning those up. Okay, we found signs of native life. Woo! We found aliens! The sensor reading from the abnormality site provided the answer to one of the biggest mysteries about Mars. The explorer examined a mineral cluster and found the preserved remains of microscopic life forms. We've managed to confirm that the deposit originated on Mars and not on one of the many asteroids that pockmark the surface of the planet. The team is ecstatic with the find. If there was past life on Mars, perhaps we are not alone in the universe. Yeah, hot take here, guys. There's definitely aliens out there somewhere. I have no idea if they've ever visited us. I have no idea what their tech level is, but there's got to be some somewhere. There's too many planets to not be life somewhere else. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to publicize the finding and get $500 million? Okay, not too bad. Or publicize it as a triumph of humankind to get applicants, because I haven't brought people over yet. I definitely want the applicants because it'll give me 50 more people to choose from, so I can choose the best people. So yes, they're absolutely getting some applicants from that. Russia completed. Oh, they got people on Mars. That's okay. And more new techs. Dozer rover, utility crops. Let's see. So, utility crops is good. Yeah, that's good. And the unlocks construction of the RC dozer. Yep, okay. Cool. So, let's go ahead and get this guy going up here. This guy's gonna make the trek over to here. Looks like we do have some polymers here that I would like this guy to come get. Yeah. Good luck. But, hopefully he can make it happen. And bring him back here to deposit. Another abnormality. Our mission explorer just got into a pretty serious accident. The good news is it's still in one piece. The vehicle stumbled upon a crust fault which could have lasted for a couple hundred of years under the slow erosion of the planet. Disturbed by the mechanical motion of the scanning probes, the surface opened like a wound and swallowed the rover. Luckily, only for a dozen meters. The sturdy machine got out of the hole, but nevertheless, it sustained heavy damage. Millions of years ago, Mars had been shaken to its core by a cataclysmic impact, which sealed the fate of the planet. Since then, Mars, like all giants, is dying. Too slow for our mortal eyes to witness. Yet, even today, the death throes of the red planet can be felt unmistakably. In fact, the RC Explorer has malfunctioned. It has to be repaired by drones. Great, I didn't even get anything out of it. Okay, well, looks like they've got fairly far in there. They've built their ramp already. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, well, then where is my broken RC Explorer? Guessing it's this one up here. Yep. So he can go ahead and bring that over. Okay. Well, that also means that my other RC Explorer here can go all the way down here and check those out. All right, we're going to go ahead and return to Earth. Of course. The whole board flares up in red warning signs. Emergency rocket launch abort initiated. Quick troubleshooting reveals that a short circuit has completely fried the board computer, leaving the rocket in a damaged state. You quickly notify the sponsor of the potentially dangerous consequences of the failed rocket launch. Luckily, they lose no time in green lighting 5 free supply pods and $500 million in funding to help the mission through the situation. Looks like it needs 10 electronics to get going again. I don't have 10 electronics. Looks like we're bringing in a supply pod with some electronics. Yeah, we're going to bring in a supply pod with electronics. I'm also going to go ahead and bring in a supply pod with some machine parts and one with some polymers. Just so I've got them all coming. So, let's see. Is this guy gonna fix him up? Yes, he is up and running. Okay, apparently my other rover got destroyed. Where's he at? Right there. Wow, he did not make it very far. Of course. Okay, well, bring this guy. Now, bring this guy over to him. Uh-huh. Alright. So, looks like our supply pods are in. Let's go ahead and drop them off. And salvage. Perfect. Let's see where we are. We're about to get decommission protocol. All right. Oh, looks like we got colonists no longer take a comfort penalty while traveling. That's actually pretty good. We also got Martian University. Okay. Yes. Training up people. Yeah, that's pretty good. And the school spire. Okay. Yeah. So we can make a school dome for sure. But I definitely want to keep going in the engineering techs. All right. So let's get this guy here to go try and scan up of these guys. See if he can make it. We'll find out. There he goes. Okay, so looks like this guy has already been scrapped, so we just need to bring our transport over to here. So that's the case, then I'm going to bring this guy over to here. And let him work on this. Looks like this guy's ready to go. 3 new abnormalities found. Really? Where? I only see the one. Okay. Wow. Okay, and let's see, where's this guy at? Okay, yeah, go ahead and go back for this one, because it's right there. Oh, not you. Okay. Yeah, no, you go over here. Looks like he's already out here. That's fine. And let's see, what do we get? Apartments! Yeah, not super important, because they do have fairly low comfort rating, but that's okay. It'll do. Okay. So, let's see. And what do we get now? Large stations. Yes. Yes, that's great for the new train tech. It allows us to, well, have large stations, which is pretty cool. You can have 4 different trains going in different directions from the same station, which is awesome. So, one of the next things that we need to do... Well, let's see. Is this thing full? It is full. Okay. Cool. Let's put a single polymer depot. Oh. Rocket short circuit. The rocket that had malfunctioned safely landed on Earth. The replacement of all onboard electronics has resolved the issue. In fact, we learned a lot about our rockets during the repairs, and full review of the design has found several possible improvements to future designs that can reduce our production costs. Cool. 25% reduction in rocket cost is actually pretty big. So I am going to go ahead and put a rare models depot here just in case I get some rare metals. We're going to want an electronics depot, and we're going to want a machine parts depot. And while we're at it, we may as well go ahead and put an exotic minerals depot just in case, and a food depot just in case. I don't have any of those things yet, So not a big deal. All right, so let's see what else we can build here. Let's go ahead and let's build a shuttle hub. Yes, it's going to take some electronics. It's okay. I've got some money. I've got some supply pods. We can make it happen. I've got a fairly good amount of fuel being produced now at this point, and I think we can go ahead and do it.
Sector scan.
Okay, looks like some underground metals were found. All right, where's my transport at? There he is. Let's see, where are you gonna go next, buddy? I think you're gonna come up here, because there's a boatload of metals. And you're gonna bring them on back. Cool. Okay, drones. We're gonna go ahead and construct 3 more. So we're gonna have all of the all the shuttles we can. Awesome. That took pretty much all of my electronics to the point where I'm gonna get me a supply pod with some more electronics. Yeah, looks like we're actually doing all right on the other stuff. Launch. Perfect. So supply pods are nice because they're only one way. They're cheaper. They do have less cargo space, obviously, and they're also quite a bit faster than the rockets. So it actually works out pretty well. Okay, so we're gonna have this guy go ahead and do that. Looks like they built this ramp. Awesome. And is this ramp over here done yet? No, not even close. In fact, are they working on it? No. Why are you not working on it? Looks like they don't have enough waste rock. Interesting. Okay. You know, I can probably do something about that. Alright, let's go ahead and land the supply pod. We can just land it on the landing pad, not a problem. And we'll salvage it, get a little bit of metal out of it as well. Let's see, where'd my transport go? There he is. Okay, so he's busy doing stuff. That's alright. We'll let him finish up, and then I think I can take the waste rock from here and shuttle it over to here for them to be able to do that. Also, there's polymer. 1 polymer right there. Okay. So, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy to come on back to base so that he's safe.
Sector scanned.
Looks like this guy... We'll start by going down here and getting that anomaly. Where are we on tech? Looks like Electronics Factory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be number 7, and then only 1 more. Yeah, okay, that's worth going ahead and doing. Normally, I wouldn't worry about the Electronics Factory yet. So the Electronics Factory, you have to have rare metals in order to produce electronics. So it's usually not something you can do right off the bat, but yeah, okay, what's not working? Why isn't it working? No deposits. Looks like we used it all. Okay, salvage. And we can go ahead and salvage the cable as well. Yeah, I don't have a split power grid. Why are you saying I have a split power grid? There's no more... There's nothing there for it to be a split power grid. Okay. Diminishing returns. One of the leading companies in the field of nanotechnology and miniaturization has made you an interesting offer. They want to outsource the R&D of their newest project, prefab compression. Oh, prefab compression. If I remember right, that's a pretty good tech. A technology that could potentially allow us to transport prefabs on monumental buildings from Earth. Yes, it allows you to transport spires, which are the biggest and most powerful buildings from Earth as prefabs. They have a list of specific requirements, which makes us the best candidate for this. Our colony is remote, far from prying eyes. Almost depopulated in case of nanite contamination, and would hardly break an agreement of confidentiality. Okay, let's see. So we can accept and request an advance, which gets us 500 million and reveals the breakthrough prefab compression. Or we can gain some research and reveals the breakthrough prefab compression. Or we can decline. You know, this is going to go horribly wrong. So one thing I've learned in this game is that if something seems like somebody's giving you it for free, something bad's probably going to happen. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the research. Research in this game is king. I'm now making 500 a soul, which is pretty awesome. Okay. You know, we're okay on concrete right now. We do have this massive concrete producer right here, as well as a few metals. Is that in the range of my drone hub? No, it is not. And I don't believe I can currently build drone hubs. No, I cannot. Okay. So I'd have a few options. I could order a drone hub, put it closer over here for the concrete, or I could just wait on concrete. Looks like Russia wants me to give them metals for polymers. Nope, they want me to send polymers for metals or a lot of food. Yeah, no. If it was the other way around, I'd probably take them up on it, but no. Okay, do we have any more things to scan? Yes, we do. Come on over here. And this guy. Now this guy. Okay. So we're going to move you over here for a second. So that, yes, you're in range there. We are going to go ahead and put a universal depot down. So this is where I'm going to eventually put up a thing. So I don't need that or that. I don't want fuel. I want like 3 of everything. Yeah, and that's about it. Like 3 of things. And don't need any food at this one, at least not right now. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and build up our concrete extractor here. And then he is going to need a power source. That's totally fine. We're going to do a couple of solar panels. And we are just not going to run him at night, because I'm not going to put a battery or anything over here. So it looks like he needs 5 power. These are producing 5 power each. Okay. So I definitely did not need 4 over here. In fact, we're going to shut a couple of them off. That should actually be exactly enough power. So we're going to go with that. That'll allow us to still make concrete. I am going to go ahead and put a concrete depot over here as well, so that the drones have somewhere to put it. But I want desired amount 0. Perfect. So that the shuttles will move it to wherever is needed at the time. Transport. Yes, I want you to come over here. Right here. And I want you to get waste rock. And I want you to bring it over here to these guys. because I'm pretty sure that's what's stopping them at the moment. Okay, you go ahead and analyze that. Okay. So, I think...
Research complete.
Okay. And it looks like, yes, oxygen and storage capacity, yes. In-dome buildings require less maintenance, and large oxygen and water tanks. Those are both really good. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think we're actually about ready to build our first dome. I don't think we're going to yet be bringing people in. But, oh, and this one, I'm actually going to get rid of Mega Storage. I want that one. The Explorer AI is great. Okay. Yeah, I don't need the spires yet. That will be a later thing. We'll see if anything happens from that. All right. We're working on storage compression. Perfect. Which I believe will be our 8th. Yes, that will be our 8th engineering tech, which means we'll get a bunch of awesome engineers. Engineers are really good. They're not usually the very first thing you want, but they're in like the 2nd or 3rd ship usually. Planetary survey, Stirling generator. Okay, so Stirling generator. Cool, cool. Planetary survey discovers new planetary anomalies, which usually includes 1 or 2 breakthroughs. I'm actually going to hold off on that because a lot of times those breakthrough ones require colonists and usually specialists, which I do not currently have, obviously, since I don't even have any people. So I'm going to hold off on that, and we will do it when we have more people. And I think that's going to be it for today. I'm probably even going to split this recording up into 2 parts because I didn't realize it's been like an hour and a half. So thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm going to go ahead and, probably record a few more episodes here because I'm having fun. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Offensive Yak out.